You're on the All Sports Breakfast, thanks to the Invercargill Licensing Trust, and we're going to talk rugby now because the Southland Stags, they had their second hit-out pre-season out on the park up in Alexandra yesterday afternoon, and it finished 38-35 up against the old foes, taking the loss against Otago. But we'll bring in Dave Hewett now, the Southland Stags coach, and mate, give us your assessment of what you saw out on the park for your second hit-out of the pre-season.
Yeah, I actually saw some really good stuff. I saw some execution that was done really well. I saw some grit in defence and stopping line-out drives. So a lot to be really positive about. But there's also, as on the other side of things, a lot to work on. Holding on to the ball under contact was a little bit lax, and we turned it over half a dozen times there. And then just some poor decisions under pressure. So, the more pressure we get put on us in these pre-season games, the better we'll be when we roll into our first real game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously forward steps, though. I guess that's I'm guessing what you were looking for in terms of this week from a performance perspective.
Yeah, that's right. I actually asked the group, we need to take a step, and it's their decision of whether that step is forward or backwards. So I was pretty pleased with everyone took a forward step. Probably some took a bigger step than others, but that's the nature of the game too. You sort of some go well, some don't go quite so well, but all took a positive step, and then we just worked through it this week on a bit of a short turnaround to get some more progress in our performances leading into the Northland game.
I know you're focusing obviously from a holistic point of view on the team effort, but individually, some of the key guys that you were looking for. I mean, who put their hand up and made a bit of a statement to the coach in your mind?
Oh, I think some of the tight forwards actually did a really good job, and they didn't get a lot of accolades or meters and that sort of stuff. But without the job they did, we wouldn't have got what we got. So it's one of those things that they did well. The backs, some of the individual performances were around the distribution were excellent as well. So we'll go back over the tape, and I'm sure there'll be other opportunities we can pinpoint that were really positive.
All right, so pretty comfortable. I mean, you made the point when we had a quick catch up on the fly during the week. You'd thrown a lot at them. Obviously ahead of that first head out, you were looking for that consolidation. So it sounds to me as if there's a bit of comfort with actually the progress that you've been making.
Yeah, I'd certainly say comfort with the progress, but don't like losing. So that's something that we really need to focus on. But I was happy with the guts and determination that was put into certain parts of the game around our defence. I think from an attack point of view, we've got work to do, simply because we're still getting to grips with how we want to play the game, and sometimes we look like we're worried about getting into position rather than making the most of the opportunity we've got in front of us. So that's an experience with the method that we want to play. And you can every training they get better, every performance they've got better. So we'll be hoping for the same come this week leading into the next game.
Yeah, and it's another important one too. And I guess in some respects you would say another step, because you've got a big trip. You're up to Auckland actually to take on Northland. Obviously, coming off the back of a very successful Mitre 10 Cup campaign last year. Again, the chance to see your guys performing under pressure. I guess another step.
That's right, and that's the whole idea of what we tried to put in place with the pre-season games was to get every step would be harder and harder, and we got that with from North Otago to Otago, and we'll get that again going into Northland because they've already had a pre-season game, whereas this was early in the pre-season set up for the Otago team. So we will get tested more solidly, I guess you could say. But I think with what we've learned through this Otago game and what we'll put into place for the training week, hopefully we can match that, and who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Hey, listen, do appreciate it, Dave. Thanks so much for joining us on the All Sports Breakfast again, and we'll look forward to keeping in touch, and good luck for the week's preparation ahead in Northland.
Excellent. Thanks for that.
There you go, Dave Hewett joining us here on the All Sports Breakfast. It's thanks to the Invercargill Licensing Trust. Newstalk ZB.